And we have a pristine clean place on top of our bending machine. We are opening up a inspection camera, and we tentatively will get a hold of Mr. Kong and go down and look at the backhoe, mayhaps tomorrow. There's lots of things to do this week, including you probably got an invite from the people out at North Pole too.
Oh, I don't know, I haven't looked.
Yeah. So here we are. I think we're going to have to charge it up. That's part of why we're doing this now. This is the camera end, which is supposed to be quite small, and it goes wiggy waggy that way. And then I guess you turn, yeah, I don't see any other way. I think you got to turn the whole thing around to get it to turn in the hole that way. Knob. Yeah. So you can turn it so it comes back in the hole you came through. And since we have tools, I take the day off for Alweed hand. We have got 255. So it's just over. It ain't gonna go in a 1/4 inch hole. It's got to be over a 1/4 inch. So, yeah. 255 thousandths. That's pretty small, but it's not going in 1/4 inch holes. And we could do like the big boys and read the instructions, but I think we could mess it up without doing that just on our own. Looks like it should. Yep, just snaps together. Ah, that's what it's supposed to do. Air compressor. The automatic drain was not working, and I rescheduled it for a little longer drain time, so it actually was doing just what it was supposed to. And so, yep. We have instructions. Display operating instructions. I'm sure we got to charge it. Press and hold for 2 seconds to turn on. Press and hold for 2.5 seconds to turn off. And that one's a light. Where's the, oh, up on top. Okay, turned on. Huh, it actually shows that it's fully charged. That surprised me. Well, we're ready to play then. At least a little bit. There, get better. Ah. Huh. There we go. Now we get the screen protector off. Yeah. Okay, huh, that is interesting. And, oh, that's the light. Oh, we got different magnifications. We should read the instructions. It goes up to 8 times, it says. Standard. What that one is. No file. Okay. Looks like that's a movie setting. Date, time, language on off, screen saver, automatic shutdown is off. back out of that. What have we got we can put this in? I was thinking about going and doing some other stuff, but we could do just an initial, what we think of it. It would be nice if we had something out of the engine. We can definitely go down and look in the turbocharger, though. We had heard it whining. So, we're just down in here. Black, nasty. Let's see if we can focus on... Okay, that's camera button. Okay, each time I click it, it's a different brightness. I do believe. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Off. Okay. If I hold it, it doesn't change. Okay, so click it for different brightnesses. And I'm going to steer it in there and get it all dirty before I find my way to the... But that's kind of what it's for. You should be able to look at the turbine. Well, it's an awful big one for, awful big hole. It really would be more interesting to put it in a small hole. Where is our maximum light?
Right there.
Okay, so... Oh, look at that. We found an opening by going wobbly, and I can turn, but to turn it, I got to turn the whole thing. That's the one. It would be nice if there was some way to turn it. There's the turbine blade. Keep thinking I'm going to turn the part in my hand instead of, the camera end. Let's see. Oops, there we go. Well, I haven't found any of these yet that are perfect. That's okay now. Okay, if I can, it's hard to do, to leave that there. The buttons are a little hazardous getting too up on the top. You want to try the different focal lengths? You can reach over it there, Bert?
What, the magnification?
Yeah. Okay, it got pretty grainy when we magnified it.
Yeah, I think it's just a digital zoom.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a super zoom for. Yeah, I could see about as much with the one as with the rest of it. Okay. Not as impressed as I had hoped. It works. We've got several others of these already. We don't have any that are bendies. And they made it short so that it's easier to handle. Do we want to go inside that hydraulic pump? That could be interesting. Let's see. Okay, it wobbles that away. So that's the way I want to put it for going in a Sunstrand hydraulic pump. I don't remember which port is which on these, but it could be interesting. Oh my. Oh, look at that stuff inside of there.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Try that on magnification, even though we think it's digital, just for cool, just for kicks. Huh? That's interesting. I'm not sure what I'm looking at there. I've been into some of these, but it's been a while. But that's definitely inside the pump. That would be the same port on that one. We got a clutch we can look at, which is pretty open. I mean, shoot, we could look at it with a flashlight. That doesn't gain us too much. Well, let's go back. We got it charged up. I was thinking about the backhoe, but the bigger thing with the backhoe, I'm really not that concerned about looking in it. I am more concerned about getting him pre-oiled and turned on. And so let's see if I just grab a socket set, pull some spark plugs out. I am somewhat curious about our 58. So, probably the big old spark plugs. I don't want the spline. Austin tries to keep them full, but sometimes I rob parts, so they're not. That's a full set. So yeah, let's go out. Let's go out to the 58. Let's see, there's curiosity there, even though the concept has been to put a different motor and four-wheel drive under it. I have been curious about what it is, and thought before. It is currently froze up, but we haven't really tried breaking it free or anything. I forget, 60 some thousand miles, 63, 67. It's under 70. It is a flood car. It was in the flood of 1967 and has not been ran since. So it's kind of an interesting thing as far as just the curiosity of firing her up, making her run. But I kind of think we wouldn't do it with just oil. I kind of think we need a little bit more. I don't know why I'm going to the inside. We don't do that in 1958. There's part of the motor open. One of the things that's supposed to be cool about this one right here, there's the transmission. Where's the oil dipstick? They talk about being able to go down the oil dipsticks. I see the transmission dipstick. Ah, there it is. Okay. It actually looks like it might. Yeah. That should be interesting. Definitely. Definitely a, check it out. Okay. And we're going to want to look probably that way as we go down there. Huh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's snug. What are we finding down here? I think we're still in the tube. Tube might. I don't want to put it in the actual oil.
I think you might be in the oil now. It's black.
It's in the gunk on top of the oil.
Oh.
That's a bad sign. For the engine, not for the camera. But, yeah, the camera needs to be. And you're going to do that. I mean, that's part of the real world. You're using something like this. How's it going to work out when you put it in oil and then come and wipe it off? I didn't read the instructions to see how we were for... I don't think we're going to make it through the Venturi. Let's get the choke open. I think it's pretty small carburetor. This is just a little 318. Yeah, we're not really getting down there too far. It is still working. It might be a little clouded from the oil. What I wanted to see was just above the oil. Let's go into, that's a big old hole there. You can find out a whole lot there. You can go down a push rod hole. Let's see again. Hole. Roughly try and keep it that way. So there's the lifter. We can actually look at the lifter. And we can look back at the side of the block a little. Lifter again. Oops, go back to the lifters. There's a lot of rust. There's a lot of rust, and that ain't even the important parts. Water pump still clunks. It doesn't really clunk, it rasps a little bit. Let's see, can we look at the impeller? Don't want to chop the thing off, but let's see. Okay, we're not down to the impeller. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, there's one little hole where we can see it in there. Okay, the water pump impeller is there. No real point in looking at more of our valve covers over there. That's, like I said, it came out for, let's pull out a spark plug. Let's look at something here. We have that technology. We have came all this way. I forget what these ones are. That's it. Yep, 13/16. Been a while. Newer stuff's 5/8 most of the time. There was 7/8 that they had on a lot of industrial stuff you run across. Actually, this is probably should have brought a cheater. We have stuff. Okay, show me up. That's fine. I just didn't want to hurt my hand today down in there. Sorry, I got another finger hurting. Can I take the rest of the day off this with my howied hand?
I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta ask the boss.
Yeah, he's a pea-head. He's either a pea-head because he lets me go and I don't get enough done, or because the other side is that, what is it?
It's just angled.
I hadn't really played with the polyspheres too much. Okay, there we are. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Those are big chunks of rust in that cylinder. I don't think we need to bother pouring oil in this and trying to make it run. This is definitely a flood car. Somebody did wash it out because the floorboards are not as gone as you would expected. But let's see, can we come up here and find a valve?
She really doesn't want to focus.
Yeah, I don't know what they got. Oh, there's focusing there. What are we looking at? Not exactly sure what we're looking at, but a bunch of rust, that's for sure. Oh, is that the valve? I think that is. I keep wanting to just, yeah, that's a valve. Or am I turned all the way around and that's the piston at the bottom and we're getting a better focus now? Maybe it wasn't as much rust. That's a piston, ain't it?
Huh.
Yeah, we just had more bad focus at first, and oh, it's coming up. These things are always hard to tell what you're doing where. They really
It looks
are. Okay, I'm just going mostly. I'm back straight. We do have to be a little bit off, or we're not even going to see. Well, the thing is, we're in an angle. Ah, okay. Okay, there it's coming back. It's looking at me through the spark plug hole.
Okay.
That's one of the things I saw other people do, which is pretty cool. But on the other hand, I want to look at more than a spark plug hole. So, I can rotate this around some. It would really be nice if I could rotate this without having to rotate the whole camera. Maybe there's a way, but I'm not seeing it's trying to. I guess I can. It twists in there. So I can rotate it around. Okay, that, if I get here, but I don't know why I can't see the valves. Maybe they're just gone. One big chunk of everything together. I mean, I like it better than my others, but it's not super like I thought it would be, maybe. You know?
Yep.
It,
You can see that there's rust, you just can't see it in HD.
yeah, and it, the oil and this thing here. We'll see over time. What else we got that we could look at that would be of some interest? I mean, we fantasize about being made into a little itty bitty person that gets to crawl inside of things and look around, but it just ain't that way in reality. Plus, you're all turned around when you get in there. That one, we already know what's inside of it. Interesting. See what's up inside of the under the table a little bit. I think you kind of got to have a pretty good idea what you're looking at before you go to look at it.
Yep.
There's chips in there. I can see out the far end. That hole goes all the way underneath the table. And keep the mill down to 35,000 pounds instead of making it heavy. It might be 40,000, I don't know. I know that the main base piece was close to 30 because it was tipping the 988 on its nose when we brought it in. Just stuff. I definitely, I think these are listing, I don't know, it's 100 and something. And there's other brands of them besides VEVOR, but VEVOR did send this to us for free, and this is a review on their little scope here. Oh, and the model is the one that articulates, which the others do not. We'll put a link on it. It's a ZX2D steering endoscope. It's not for medical use. Now that I see as a definite disadvantage, I think.
She's short. Yeah.
Yeah,
It won't go
it'll
down
get,
there.
well, it'll get down. We want it above the oil. It'll go down there, but it's going to take all she's got. It should go down there, but it'll take all she's got to see anything. And there's a lot of people like me that have these silly Cummins. Let's just see. We're going to want to go down there. We're going to want to put it so, let's see. I really would like it. Let's see. This and that just takes the thing apart. It would be nice if you had a way that you could turn that without. So we're going down, down. We're gonna be way down there by the time we're in. The sunlight don't help. You should start coming out of the hole. Okay, now this should get us towards the engine. Not. No, we're still in the hole. We're still in the hole. That's where it meets the block, I'm guessing. Don't go along through the block.
Oh, you're looking at the oil? That's
Okay,
your oil surface right there.
Yeah, I want to look up at the engine. Okay. There we are. Oh, look at that. I keep wanting to move the camera instead of the wand, you know. What am I looking at there? Up. Oh, did I dip it in the oil again like on the other one? No, not that far. I may have dipped it in the oil again. Yep, we oiled it. It's going to take some learning to get used to. I can see us using it a few times. But, wow. Oh, did I kill it? Oh, I hit the light button, I'll bet you.
Oh.
And yeah, I was down in the oil. So, let's try that again. Let's just try that again. We don't have to go quite as far down as we thought. And I'll bet you I hit that light button. Okay, we can get through that. I don't want to go too much through it. Look up. It's still going down. Yeah, we don't have a lot left to be able to look at stuff by the time we're there. It needs to be short so that you got control over it as far as being able to twist it, but it really needs to be longer. So we see something interesting. Really not sure what, but it's parts and pieces. Shiny part. Might be the bottom of a cylinder. Huh. Dipped it again. Okay. Well, it sees things. Doesn't see them quite the way your eye does, but it sees things. Helps. And we'll put the links on it. If I didn't have one, I probably would be willing to buy one or comparable. I'm still waiting for the one that's perfect. Haven't seen it. There's one guy that keeps wanting to send me one to try, and I forget who he is. I keep deleting his emails because he will send me this high quality scope, and it will be at no cost to me to be able to try it out for 1 month, after which I am ending up owning it if I don't send it back, but they're supposed to pay the shipping both ways, and it's like a $4,000 scope. No, I don't have enough need, even with the perfect one, for a $4,000 scope. That's not what we're doing here. Most of our stuff, not that valuable for what you can kind of see.